This week's card is a plain themed goodbye card with a banner on it. I'm going to be using a new technique in this video, so stay tuned. Main things that you're going to need for this project is the Plain and Simple stamp set by Fawn, as well as the Stitch Cloud dies by Simon Says Stamp. You'll also need a banner, and you can use any banner that fits your message. For the specifics on what I'm using, check out the description below. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a scrap of Bristol Smooth paper and I'm going to take out my stamps. I'm going to be using the plain stamp that has a little seat that's open. The other one is for people to write on, and that's not the type of plain that would be carrying a banner, so that's not the type that I want to use. I'm going to put my stamp onto my stamping block, and I'm just going to use my VersaFine ink and I'm going to stamp it onto the paper. Now I'm going to adhere my scrap to my pickscan sheet, and I'm just going to go ahead and use the silhouette to cut it out. For instructions on how to specifically use it, go ahead and check out the link in the description below for my first video, in which I have a full description on how to use it. So now I'm going to take my Tombow markers and I'm going to color in the body of the plane using N95. Next, I'm just going to use 673 and I'm going to color in the little accents on the plane. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and take my sentiment out. I'm going to be using the Miss You Already because this is a goodbye card. You can use any other sentiment if you would like. So I'm just going to put it on my stamping block, use my VersaFine ink, and then I'm just going to stamp it onto a piece of paper. I picked purple because I thought it would match the accents of the plane. Next, I'm going to use a banner die that I already know fits the message, and I'm just going to tape it on top. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my die press, and I'm going to die cut it out. I'm going to take a scrap of regular white cardstock and I'm going to take out my cloud die. I'm going to be taking out the largest one and I'm just going to tape it to the paper and die cut it out. We're using this cloud as kind of a mask so we can get the outline of it, so don't worry if it's not perfect. Now I'm going to take out a Bristol Smooth piece of paper that I cut to be the same dimensions as my card, as well as a makeup brush, distress ink, and the cloud that I cut out. I'm going to be using the makeup brush to apply the distress ink onto the paper for a really nice look. So first I'm going to place my cloud where I want it, and then I'm just going to smooth the brush in a circular motion to get the ink on it. Then I'm just going to use it similar to a distress ink brush, and I'm going to go around the edges of the cloud. Now I'm going to put the cloud in a different position. I might even flip it over, do it backwards, just move it so that it's in a different orientation, and I'm going to do the same thing. You can do 3 or 4 of these or however many you feel that you need to get the right look. Side note, I will be orienting this card horizontally, so make sure your clouds are going in the same direction that your card is going to be. I'm going to do the same thing for a third time. If you see an empty corner, just go ahead and fill in a part of a cloud to make it look more full. Then I'm going to fill in the corner where the first cloud started. Now that that's step completed, I'm just going to use my tape runner and I'm going to tape it onto my card. Now that I've got my background done, I'm going to be using some glue and I'm just going to glue my banner on. I'm going to be putting it near the top because I want it to seem like it's soaring high above the clouds. So just position it with your plane so that it's kind of in the middle, and then you can go ahead and glue all the pieces on. It's also important when gluing the plane to make sure that the little end piece that the banner is going to be attached to is in between the two ends of the banner. just just going to take a very fine tip pen and I'm just going to draw 2 lines in between the banner and the plane, connecting them together. I hope you guys enjoyed this goodbye card using the silhouette method. I think it turned out really nice because the clouds are really nice and fluffy and they have that shadow on them, and I really like the design. As always, don't forget to leave a like down below and subscribe. Stay crafty till next time!